And we're back here. Here we are. And we're back. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Labs Comic Fan. I am Steve, and today is a momentous day. It's quite the day. We've been planning this for a little while, but Professor Savage Dad is here with me tonight, man. It's been a while. It has been a while.
Oh, it's definitely been a minute. What was it? The second half of our Green Lantern compendium.
Like the second third. We still have like another whole bunch of it to do.
One, and then after the fridging, and then now we need to basically.
Yeah, we got to close.
We got to Kyle. I believe we got to close out the end.
Yeah, we had that story where the girl stole his ring, and then dude, it was just like, good God, man, could that dude's be any more sad?
It like in a kind of the segue in here a little bit. That was like when I used to think of him as kind of DC's Spider-Man, because he was a very attempt at DC of like having an everyman turn into a hero, and that was kind of a different track for DC at the time. It was definitely not.
For sure. Yes. Because as much as they try to make Superman or Clark Kent the everyman, it's like, no,
he's still a huge dude from he's still 6'8", 300 pounds.
Yeah, it's like these glasses make me unsexy.
Yes,
but when I take them off, I'm still the same exact giant of a man.
I'm still the dude. Like, if people saw me walking around in the street, it's like,
gonna avoid that motherfucker.
Are you a superhero? Like,
yeah, you must be Superman. No, it's the glasses.
Or you're a football player or something. Like, I don't know. You're just too to be walking around as a normal human being.
So we've had something happen in the comic book industry that hasn't happened in a very long time. We've had crossovers. So last year or earlier this year, we started the Deadpool Batman and Batman Deadpool crossover, and now we got Superman Spider-Man and then Spider-Man Superman. So firstly, overall, are you happy about this? Is this something, because I know we're pretty much around the same age, so we're kind of from the same generation. So I remember this being like a huge deal to me. Like, it was a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I loved it when it showed up. Like, and it didn't matter which crossover it was. Like, big, the biggest.
Oh, yes.
Forever.
That's the big one.
You know what I found when I was going through this, looking at some of my other crossovers? For some reason, I don't know what happened to them. I don't have the last two issues of this anymore, which kind of frustrates me.
Which is that's.
And this was the ultimate, the ultimate writer to do this. Kurt Busiek and having George Perez on the art,
there's a whole big thing with George Perez, like how he had done it earlier. He had like 23 pages or something like that done, and then they were like, no, fuck you, and then fuck yous happened over here, and then it was a big fucking deal. But that's the big one. That's the big one. And
that was where the money was spent. That's where they did a lot of cool stuff. But like, it was like the peak too. It was while Busiek was probably writing the best modern iteration of the Avengers, and Perez was there for it. Like, that's if you can get those omnis, that late 90s Heroes Reborn Avengers, and on for as long as they had the two of those on the book, that would be worth having.
So it kind of started, and I'm sure there was more talks about it beforehand, but it kind of started with this right here, the omnibus for a bunch of the crossovers, and then they did the amalgam one, which I have, but it's upstairs. But yeah, so what did you think? Did you think that it could actually happen again? Because I was very reserved. I didn't know if it was actually going to happen.
The Warner dude, nobody. I thought it was. I thought the whole genre was dead. I remember in the mid to late 90s, we were getting crossovers on crossovers on crossovers. It just kept happening. Like, it was there, and they were cool. Like Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane on Batman and Spawn. Let's freaking go. Stern and freaking Rude doing Superman and the Hulk, and I'm Silvestri and Loeb on Darkness Batman. Like, great. You had these great collaborations from these two guys, these people that I mean, DC owns Batman, obviously, but Frank Miller very well known. But Frank and Todd got to hey, do like something super freaking cool with characters that we're known for, or that you own them. And same with Silvestri and Batman. Like,
yeah, well, especially Silvestri and Batman. You give that guy anything, he can draw whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, dude, he's just gonna pump out shit left and right.
Dude, Silvestri's Darkness Batman, like this is peak Silvestri though. Like he came back and he did one. Not
the Joker, Batman Joker Deadly Duo or whatever.
It was not this though, dude.
No.
This is like my top 3 Batman too. Like you got him, probably I really like what Kelly Jones had going on in here and Graham Nolan had going on in there, but like this depiction of Batman is so fucking so cool, dude.
Because I mean it's
Harlan's Batman isn't great too.
There's also the nostalgia factor when you're introduced to something and it really makes an impact on you, because I'm sure even though it's nowhere near as popular, there's people that are reading now and this is their era of things, and it's sucks that it is like that because of how popular things were, even for a nerd like me back then, where you had those groups of guys. Like you said, you have Silvestri, you have McFarlane, you have Frank Miller, you have all of these like creatives that were like just the names together were worth the sell of a book. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? How is this going to work?
It didn't matter what they did. Like you showed up and you saw that cover of Todd McFarlane drawing Batman. Probably don't quote me on this, but probably the only time he's ever done it. Like period. Well, there it is.
I don't know if he did any for the Invasion arc, because he did do a couple of books in the 80s for DC for the Invasion. The one with the aliens with the red dots, the Japanese. I don't remember if he did Batman in there. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I have the Starman issues, so I don't remember if he did, but I know the Invasion one he did do some. I saw you could be right. It could be that first time that he drew Batman. So. At least for to read. But yeah,
I mean, there may be covers or something he did at one point in time, but like a whole issue of him drawing Batman is probably one of the very rare occasions that it happened.
Which is a selling point in itself. Just like you tell me that, like I'm like, oh, okay, here's my money. Take my dollars.
He was Marvel talent, so he was always there. I mean, just like there's a lot of the other guys at Image. You had Silvestri, who I don't know if he did a ton of DC work before what he was known for at Marvel. Like you had these guys that were, I mean, the whole point of like what Image became was disgruntled Marvel employees, which
you
think there would be today, but I don't know. I think Marvel's in line with whatever they have going on. But that's like another part of the conversation. We'll get into that. But yeah, it was cool. It was interesting. And then, I mean, there were crossovers before DC and Marvel too, before the whole amalgam thing. Like they would happen, and every now and again they'd come together and they'd throw something out. I mean, the stuff that I have is just from the things around this era. There was stuff even before that happened, but it wasn't. But it wasn't consistent, but it was something that happened with some kind of regularity. It couldn't happen or didn't, but like, and then it just died, dude. The second Marvel got bought by Disney, it vanished.
Oh, like for sure. Disney very rarely likes to let other people play with their toys.
Oh yeah, I mean, you've got Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and
which is coming back. The guy who originally owned Roger Rabbit bought back he bought back all the shit. Yeah, you have to look it up. He's doing like some sort of Rabbit verse or some shit. But
it would be fun. Yeah, if he's got it out of the hands of Disney, it's like he
ended up buying it back.
It was fantastic, but like, and I'm glad that Disney didn't do shit with it though, and he was able to get it back
for sure, because they would have ruined
a remake, so that could have been next.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Gargoyles. I don't even like putting it into the universe.
Please. I like Gargoyles.
Never let that happen. Gargoyles is so fucking good, dude.
That's one of those nostalgic shows where I'm just like, yeah, please don't touch it. Please don't touch it.
It doesn't need it. Like it doesn't need anything. It holds up so well today.
Even like when you look at like some of the old properties like Beast Wars, even with the crappy CGI that was cutting edge at the time, it's like, please don't touch it. Don't do anything with it.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine. I don't need them to. We see stuff that I don't want it. I mean, frankly, I think the era of touching stuff is done. But I just saw them remake or not remake. Sorry, make a sequel to the movie Devil Wears Prada, and I realized
that's what I kind of mean. Like touching it is in like making more of it. Like, don't do that, please. If anything, please just release it in like a Blu-ray or something.
Yeah,
make it easy to acquire or something like that. That would work.
Hearing or seeing that Disney is apparently doing that with the original theatricals of Star Wars, supposedly, finally, after all these fucking years. But when it's on, when I can buy it.
I think I told you this. So the theater that's by my house, that old ass theater, they have all these old prints, and they don't even give a shit. Because, like, you know, what are you gonna do? Sue them? You know,
that's a nice thing about second-hand theaters, dude. That once you have all those things, they're kind of yours.
Right. So I've seen actually the original Star Wars on a big screen. I have seen it. And it was cool. It was cool to see, but it had so many blemishes in it, and you could hear the dude up in the projection thing going, God damn it! Like,
it has a sequel to actual book. It's called it was originally a book. You don't understand. It was originally a book. It also had a sequel called Revenge Wears Prada, The Devil Returns. It's actually a book. It was made.
Oh Lord, they made a sequel to Ready Player One called Ready Player Two. My wife likes that movie a lot, but not Ready Player Two, but Devil Wears Prada. She heard me talk about it.
Oh, you started talking smack on her shit.
I know, right?
She wasn't happy about that.
She said it comes from a thing, but I'm still just like, dude, you guys have ran out of like. If you're making sequels to these, I don't even care if there's a book. I don't think anybody's paying for Ready Player 2. That book was, I didn't read it. I heard very bad things about it. I read some snippets from it, and I said, I could skip this. Ready Player 1, I really fucking enjoyed, and I'm done. I'm just gonna skip it.
Yeah,
no, that's what happens. And they even went back and they're making more Hunger Games books.
There's another like movie or something coming out.
Yeah, I know. It's like
or something. I don't know. My wife likes the Hunger Games. I think I can't honestly tell you if I've actually seen a whole movie. I know I've seen bits of how much I've seen might be a whole movie in runtime, but not an actual. I haven't. It's just not my cup of tea. But she loves that stuff. So
hey. I thought the movies were all right. They were fun action movies for what they were. But you know. It's like it ran its course and it was done, but like nothing runs its course anymore. Once you have an IP that's made a couple $1 million or something, we've got to milk it until it's dead. And even after it's dead, we'll resuscitate it and keep milking it. But that isn't movies. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in media.
It's everything. So that kind of actually leads into what I was gonna talk before we get into these. That I think we both purchased because of course we did.
Oh yeah, I mean
yeah. Oh, you got those. That's I like that cover. I actually like that cover.
I was like, do I really want this cover? I think this was the Lee cover, right?
No, this one. I think these were the regular covers.
The regular.
Yeah, this was I believe. Both.
I don't remember which cover this is exactly, but I think this was the Jim Lee cover. I think
that one's nice though.
Because
this is the Jimenez cover. Who actually did the art inside for DC, which we'll get into, but it leads me to a time where we're at a very interesting time because, like, they have a giant movie coming up at the end of this year, does Marvel, and they also have a big Spider-Man movie coming up, but never have I ever been in a time where there's an Avengers movie, you know. That's gonna drop to where I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom. Remember how like in the middle of like when they were actually making good movies, we were like, dude, it would be amazing to see Doctor Doom. Wouldn't that be awesome? A real Doctor Doom. And now it's like, I don't care.
Well, yeah, it would have been like, hey, and there's a million people that they like. Getting Robert Downey, I get it. Like they thought it was going to bring people. I don't think it's having the opposite effect quite so much, but I don't think it's the draw they think it is because it isn't him as Iron Man.
Well, that's what I've been saying to people. I'm like, all they're going to think is this a variant of Iron Man? And then they're going to be like, why can't it be Iron Man?
Dude, I don't get it. There's so many people they could have pulled in as Doctor Doom that was made it exciting, and I still stand by the idea they shot themselves in the foot with the Fantastic Four movie and the dipshit casting they did. But
that was not a good movie.
So much of the stuff they did with the movie that like there was good bones to that.
There was good stuff to the movie, yeah.
To it, yeah. They made some key ups to it that's just like you still don't get it. You still miss the point, and it's.
Yeah, like seeing Galactus was amazing. I was like, oh my God, he's huge. It's amazing. But then you got Johnny Storm, who's in the movie, and the only reason why they made Silver Surfer a woman was so that Johnny Storm had something to do. Because if not, he would have been gay, and then it would have been fine, and it would have been just like whatever. Like, so it's just very odd. Like, it's like that franchise is cursed for movies for some reason.
It's Kevin Feige. It is period him. After they got Perlmutter out of there, and Perlmutter was there for the best of it. Like Perlmutter was the guy that made it work because he got shit. But they didn't like that he said that girl action figures don't sell. Which if you've been to a Ross at any point in time in the anytime 6 months after a movie's come out, you realize the girl ones don't sell.
It's very, very rarely like the Wonder Woman stuff sells. But
Wonder Woman stuff did like the
McFarlane toys, the McFarlane toys, like all the stuff that I have over here and like here and stuff, like those sell.
Regular ones don't, like the Black Panther, whatever his
dude. The Marvel Legends ones, dude.
Yeah,
I still see
Captain Marvel. I still see him on the shelf.
I still see in like the in Walmart how they have that section that's like the really discounted stuff. There is still Wakanda Forever figures in there, and there's still the Marvel's characters there, and that's that's whatever. That's what it is. But like
Black Panther sold though. I mean,
the first one did. Yeah,
didn't, but yeah, Boseman's Black Panther moved units as a character.
And it's like I think my biggest fault with all that is it's like, okay, we understand that you're going to make the movies the way that you want them, right? But if you're gonna do it right and you're gonna placate all the bullshit, then at least lean into it. Don't make it and then just give up. You just you know what I mean? Like it's such bullshit. It's like you already scratched the identity politics sticker and you didn't get to sniff it. You just let it go and then blamed everybody else. So it's like, why would anybody buy your shit?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. There's so much brand damage now. They're spending. In all honesty, I can't believe they're doing this because the winds are not prevailing in the direction of this. I can't believe that they're still going forward with it. I mean, I guess all the contracts are signed, and Robert Downey Jr.'s probably already got his $100 million, and the Russo brothers already got their $100 million, but they're literally going in to make quite probably the most expensive films that have ever been made.
Oh, they definitely are. They say that their budget. This is when Disney says this, they're like, we're up to around $750 million. They're over $1 billion for that budget.
Dude, they were at $500 million just to sign the paper to have the people show up on set. Like,
I mean, that live stream of just chairs, that right there with all the names on the back, you're not don't tell me that you're not spending money on those people. Most of those people are like higher end. Like
they're going to have to make Avatar 1 money to break the film.
So from what I've read, I don't know if this is true, that after this, then it's Secret Wars and then they're rebooting. Like
that seems to be it. They're not saying anything about it.
They're not saying it, but that would make the most sense. Then at least you could hire no-name people, and hopefully.
You can hire no-namers. You could fire Kevin Feige. You could maybe not fire him, but you can gracefully exit him out.
Give him like that like pat on the back, and here's your position. You're up here, but you don't touch any of this stuff.
And what I have heard, it's very likely they start over with the X-Men, but Xavier and Magneto are going to be black for reasons. So we're going to get the Martin Luther King versus
the Malcolm X thing, the allegory that they do.
Yeah, the allegory that they like to paint it with, but it's never really been exactly that. And
no, Stanley only Stan Lee only leaned into that later on in life. Like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, like you could just go onto my channel and watch the history of the X-Men, and you just like it was never that. It was more Cold War-ish, if anything.
Yeah, he's just like, I just don't want to make up reasons for their powers anymore, so they're mutants.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Because he was like, the X stands for extra power. Like, what does that actually mean? No, they just have powers.
Later in life, because it played well with the audience and it made him money. Stan Lee was a very astute man with the direction of popular culture, and he stayed up with it until he passed. And unfortunately, his you go on you can have a whole show about the treatment of Stan Lee in his elder years.
Did you see that documentary?
I did.
I didn't watch I couldn't watch it.
It's not at all comfortable.
No, I saw the like 4-minute thing he premiered before, like right after the Kickstarter was done, or whatever that was, whatever he did, whatever. And I was just like, I appreciate you putting that out there. I can't watch it. I can't.
Dude, it's pretty fucked. There's a lot of fucking, you realize like the shittiness that there is that exists in Hollywood that we all just kind of understand about, like the Harvey Weinsteins and the other scumbags that have come even before Harvey Weinstein in Hollywood. It's just as bad. It might even be worse in the comics game because there isn't as much money to be had.
There's nowhere near as much policing.
No, not even close, because nobody's paying attention.
So on a lighter note, Stan Lee, one of the characters he created, here we go. This was the first one out of the two that dropped, was Superman, Spider-Man. This was the DC effort that they put out, which it's an odd one because
of them.
Yeah, we'll go through them a little bit, but it's an odd one because it's like, why does DC understand Spider-Man more than Marvel understands Spider-Man?
That was the first thing I told you. So what I will say about DC's effort, like right away, yes, like one, the story you get, like the story you get at the beginning is actually some decent action. Brainiac and Doc Ock. Could I get like a little?
Yeah, that's a good team.
That's a good villain team up, and that's a great, like even the way they presented it, like it's a. In all honesty, I will be honest, it is a great Superman story and a great Spider-Man story. There wasn't enough of it. Like, give me 64 pages of this. Come back, see Marvel, do this again, and do the whole fucking story. Don't give it, like, the one thing that I will say about these, like, they did kind of, like, start at the beginning, but, like, there was a bit of it that, like, it's rushed at certain points, and I'm like, you really could have fleshed this out. Like, I'm not a Mark Waid fan, but I have to give the man credit when I see he's done something worth credit due. This story is good. This is
let's give it up for Jorge Jimenez. Like, they actually put a good artist on the book. Like,
the art was great. It fit exactly what was going on. I like the time period that they have both Clark and Peter in their lives, but like, you get to see them kind of coming in together. They're they're at the Daily Planet. They're working together, whatever. Like, he comes in, they're and
we don't have sad sack cuck Peter, and we don't have overbearingly self-righteous Superman.
Yeah, you just have like the two guys like at the like perfect, at one of the best points in both of their characterizations. Like, Mark Waid actually nailed that. But what you also get here that is, like, this is all you get of that story too. Like, that much. Like I'm saying, give me 64 pages of it. There is such fertile ground for what they put down here. Yeah. Like, I would gladly pay $15 for that 64 pager. Drop it. 90.
Oh, for sure. You give me $13.99, I will pay for the whole thing. I'll pay for the whole book.
Yeah,
like, I would, because I was like, when I was reading it, I felt the same as you. I was like, I was enjoying it, and I was like, whoa, that went quick. That went quick. Like, oh man, I thought there should be more to this.
Dude, there could, like, there's more of a story there. I don't know. Mark Waid's been doing this a long time. I don't know if he wrote more of a story to it, but it's like, dude, take this back and like, give us the director's cut of the whole story you had to tell. Because I feel like you had more to tell in here, but it ended great. But the great thing about it is you got action. You got good conversation. You've got them bouncing off of each other and their characters working very well together.
Yes.
Like the way he wrote it was perfect characterization for both of them. They played off each other very well. The conversations were good, but the action was great. Like freaking, Kryptonite with Doc Ock and stuff. Like, dude, so like such a great concept to take. You get page after page of good action, and yeah, what you get here is a Spider-Man that Marvel readers of Amazing, readers of whatever the fuck Marvel's putting out right now, haven't got to read in a very long time.
Well, and it's great too because it took one page to set up, and then literally the next page you have one of the coolest iterations of Brainiac. Like, he looks fantastic. Like, and I'm like, that's awesome. So we get this great cover by Jimenez, which always, like, the way he draws, I really like for modern art styles.
He was good. I mean, he nailed the Superman look and the Spider-Man look very well. Like, dead on classic, the classic costume, the classic look, like everything about it is just dead nuts on. Even his Ock and his Brainiac are great. Like nailed it. Like, top to bottom, they nailed every inch of this. They could not have. The only way the story could be better is if we got more of it.
Right. So basically, Doc Ock's chilling out, and he's talking to the Discern AI, which I thought was kind of funny. That's actually kind of hilarious. And he's like, state my idle curiosity. Who does the public currently consider the world's leader expert in cyber robotics? And it's like thinking, Dr. William Magnus is considered. He's like, wrong. Like, so you already got, like, you're already interested in Dr. Octopus already. Like, what is he working on, number one? But he's also fucking around with his ego, which is the biggest part of him. It's this insatiable ego. And he's like, I am the, he's like, what about the leader on authority on radiation? They're like, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner. And he's like, artificial intelligence, my ass. And he smacks it away. So then he's building, and he's like, let the public fear me. Let them call me Dr. Octopus. Let them refer to me as a criminal, but let them never forget about my accomplishments. It's like, what will it finally take to educate 7 billion lackwits of my genius? And then he's like, what's happening? My arms. And you see, what I love is, like, he's looking around and he's like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? He's like, well, this isn't a simple AI. What are you doing? How did you control my arms? Who are you? He goes, call me Brainiac. It's like, boom, 2 pages. I'm already like, okay.
No, that was what was so, like, it's Mark Waid did a great villain setup, which obviously you need in a story. In any story, it doesn't matter. And that was another one of the things that I noticed about this story. This is what is so good about this story is just how well he understood the characters. He had your Brainiac, he had your Doc Ock, and I don't know if they left him up. I don't know if this was editorial saying to put him together, or he thought, I can do something very interesting. I'm going to use these two because let's, this hasn't been done before, really. Let's put them together. Let's see what happens. And it's like, dude, that is so.
I think it fits. They might have, like, taken what's, a villain that can work for Spider-Man and what's a villain that can work with that villain, like, and that fits. That fits. You know what I mean? Like, you could see Doc Ock making a deal with Brainiac. You could see that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it plays like something that just fits and could have existed at any point in time, and it just didn't until now.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that they're basically working together. They're covering some stories and shit like that. So it's cool, and they have the great banter back and forth, which I thought was great. Because if you don't have good dialogue for Peter, it kind of falls apart. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have that dialogue that's witty, but also at the same time, it can't be stupid. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of guys lead into I'm just going to make him a joke machine, as opposed to just saying the things that derive from the scenario that they're in.
You get, like, 2 things from Peter Parker from some of them. You get somebody who you make him a joke machine, but then you also get, like, the downtrodden, sad, depressing Peter Parker.
The sad sack Parker.
Yeah. nobody like somebody who knows what they're doing actually can merge them. And I will admit, Wade did a very good job of that. He brought us the exact Peter Parker that Spider-Man fans have been thirsty for so long.
Yeah. And I like how he's like, Peter's like, stand back, Woodward and Bernstein, two journalists on the move, standing up for truth and justice. And he's like, oh, God damn it. It's like, is it an extremely outdated reference? I thought that was funny. He's like, no, it's nothing. Just follow my lead. Just follow it, please.
Yeah, just keep moving along.
Yeah, so they set up a lot of things. There's an underlying story that they're covering, but there's also the superhero story that they know is going to happen because they could kind of tell like, this doesn't seem right here. Something is off, and it's pretty cool. So they have a meeting with one of the scientists here, and they're talking about there's theft of radioactive material by a mysterious human figure with inhuman strength. And Clark's asking the questions as Peter's taking pictures. And he's like, your statement to the press was awfully vague. As a friend, what can you tell me off the record? She's like, fine, Mr. Kent. It wasn't just the material. It was a lot of attendant tech. So a lot of tech was taken. And that's obviously makes sense because at that point in time, we just had a brainiac head. So, yeah. And they were like, well, what were you using? Like to obviously they have a lot of radiation through here. What were you using? They were like, we were using kryptonite. And I love this panel right here because it says everything on Clark's face. And Peter just looks at him like,
Yeah.
Interesting here. Yeah. And I like the fact that they already know who each other are. Like we don't have to bridge that gap of like, oh my God, you're Superman. Oh my God, I saw your costume underneath. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. We're already past that.
I'm in the same universe, and we can move on. Like,
yes,
we don't need the whole setup thing.
Yeah, we're fine with that. And I love this panel right here where you see the S, and then you see the thoom, the onomatopoeia, and he's taking off his shoes, and then thwip. It's perfect, man. It's like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
And then you when you click over, boom, you got the 2-page spread there, and it's like, yes,
so awesome.
There we go. That's what we're here to. We're here for this. We're here to buy this. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for that poster 2-page spread. There it is. Like this is why we came to the party.
Yes, and Jimenez does great splash pages. That's the sad part about the new Batman Matt Fraction series. I know some people like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but Jimenez's art is just so fucking good. And you're like, damn, dude. Because, like we've talked about this at length, like, the killing of Alfred, right? And it's like, well, what are we going to do? We can't say fuck it and bring him back to life because God only knows that's happened to everybody else. No, we're going to turn him into Jarvis. We're going to turn him into fucking Jarvis. Now he's like Bruce's AI inside of his bat mask. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It would just be better if they bring him back and retcon it. But
just bring him back.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they were going to do. Like, Tom King, like, as much as people hate him, like, he didn't want to kill him. Like, that was a Dan DiDio thing. He was going to bring him back. It was going to be like a Clayface thing. And he was like, nope. No, sir. He's dead.
They can kill freaking Alfred, but we can't kill freaking Aunt May.
You have to break up marriages for Aunt May.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
You know that? Like that's how you get all the new days. You get a brand new one, and you get an old day and an off day.
Next, be Batman brand new day. It's gonna bring him. They'll bring Alfred back.
They're finally gonna use the presents, and he's gonna pass go on Monopoly, and the dude's gonna be like, well, here you go, here's your Alfred. Like,
much.
God. They're gonna have the one above all versus the presents. The battle for Aunt May and Alfred get married, and that's how Axis comes back. Yes. Good Lord. So, dude, I love the way that the Brainiac ship looks. Like, that is awesome.
You've got. I mean, and I love how they're giving you an homage to Ock there as well. You've got the tentacle arms sticking out from Brainiac. You've got that. Obviously making a call to Dr. Ock and his team up thing they've got going on.
So because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there's 8.
Yeah,
it's sweet, and everything in here looks Brainiac-ish and Dr. Octopussy-ish. Like, it's very much fits there, and they have the kryptonite, which you think, like, we've seen what the DC universe does with kryptonite, but what could Dr. Octopus do with kryptonite? Like, that's an interesting story there. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, dude, I think that's one of the things that I think is missing from the story is, like, I mean, we see what he does with it eventually, but there's, like, you get a whole story here. You get a whole, extra 30, 40 pages of it. There's so much that Doc Ock would have done with the kryptonite. I think that would have been, like, just really cool.
Get Nightmares and Nerdscapes.
Brand new night. It's exactly what J. Michael Straczynski's already got a script. He's waiting.
Oh, this is interesting comment. He also asks, I wonder what kryptonite would do in the Infinity Gauntlet. That's, dude, we could do, like,
interesting idea.
Yeah, don't start because we might go off for like 65 minutes.
You hit that question because I was thinking this when I picked this up, and I'm like, what if you
the
Infinity Gauntlet? That would interesting. I don't know.
Definitely. That's
something. There's some fertile ground.
Yes. There's oh my God. Yeah. Look, it's already taken us like 2 full shows to get 300 pages of Kyle Rayner.
I know, right?
Don't start.
I know. We're just gonna have to start a show called Old Man Comic Reviews, where we go and we try to review a comic, but by 2 hours later,
I almost called him Kyle Lantern Green Rainer. Like, wait a minute, that's not right.
He uses his ring to call the Dragon Zord.
Dragon Zord. Oh my.
Go Green Lantern. And he's ring out like Green Lantern, like the Power Rangers.
He's got Guy Gardner with him. He's like, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm just very bitter about everything. He doesn't even have him as Green Lantern. He's got him as Warrior.
I don't think I added Green Lantern to my box, did I? I gotta check. I'm gonna have to go in on Wednesday and make sure I put that on there because I didn't. The other reason I was gonna start the box is to make sure I'm picking up the Kyle Rayner's return as the star of the main book.
Yes, and like I said, at least they didn't switch Jeremy Adams off the book.
Yeah, I can just guess that maybe he wanted to take a go.
I'm assuming so. He loves the Lantern, it seems like,
Yeah, and it was probably his Lantern as well. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but most writers.
No, it probably was.
So.
It probably was. So we get Superman and Spider-Man up on top of the Daily Planet, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit!" So there is some kryptonite, and he says, "Wherever Ock's hiding, he's literally broadcasting on a K radiation band." Says, "No offense, but why is he going after you instead of me?" He's like, "Peter, I don't think this is about me." And we get some other cool stuff here, which I think is pretty awesome. And I love that they're using the kryptonite, and they're also using which we've seen Brainiac do with brainwaves, the binary code that they've done. It's almost like the anti-life equation, but for Brainiac. Like, it's almost like that type of thing, and it's pretty sweet. And we also get even though it's small right here, but like Savage Dad was talking about, we get the action that we want. We get Spider-Man saving people right here. We get Superman stopping a truck. We get big feats of what these characters can do.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're looking to see. We're looking to see them in battle. We're looking to see them actually That's why we pick up the comics. We want to see heroes like saving people, kicking the bad guys' ass at the end. Like that's sort. And you get that. You get actual action, and you've got Superman and Spider-Man. You're showing up to their books because these are action superheroes. These aren't detectives. These aren't dudes that are traveling through the mystic realms to solve some sort of grand mystery. They're dudes that are out on the street beating up bad guys. Yeah, that's why.
And that's what's cool about Superman, that you can add the element that is so overcome by something, but people forget how strong Spider-Man is. Like sometimes they forget that this is not just, he might be a street level superhero, but he can also be an Omega level superhero. Like he could take on Omega level threats. So I think that's really cool that that it works on both ends, because obviously with Superman, like we've always talked about, Superman is literally made to punch the problem away. It's how he deals with it internally and how he relates to you as the reader that gets you. And having Spider-Man there to do it with is probably, you couldn't ask for a better team up for this particular crossover.
I mean, it was why it was the first crossover that ever kind of happened in the first place. I mean, they were the two most prevalent characters, and I think they did some reprints of it, which I should go and pick one up because I saw them on the shelf still.
Yeah, they did. There's the reprint of the two. I'd have to look in here and see which ones they are, but I know they reprinted two of them, because there was the first one that came out, and then there was that long ass one that came out. That's really good. But like that's the thing, like with these, like you know what you have, so you need to make it exact. Like this is why I think they did the right thing for at least DC putting Jimenez on the book, because he can draw those big scenes. He can make those characters come to life. If you don't have a George Perez, rest in peace, you have to have someone who's able to capture what the guy is writing, because you can write the greatest story, but whenever you have a crossover, you want it to look good as well. You want it to look good.
Well, I mean, you've got to have it look good, because you're getting these two together, but you're trying to push sales on it. It's why you're both there. It's why both publishers get together, and you've got to give it something interesting, because it's got to look good, because this isn't a continuity book. You aren't just here for the story. You're here for great art. You're here for great creators, and you're here for this interaction between these two. So you've got to really, you've got to pull out all the stops. Otherwise, and like we saw on some of the other ones, like the old ones, Silvestri, Loeb, McFarlane and Frank Miller, like you pull out the creators and you get the good stuff, because you want to sell, a million of these on the first Wednesday they come out. You don't want to be sitting on shelves resting.
Right. Yep. And that's, like you said, is if you can get the guys that you can that are out now, and like we've talked about this, we come from, a different era where we like the guys that we like, but we can also appreciate when something is good. It doesn't have to be like our guys all the time. You know what I mean? Like we can appreciate that. Like if something like, say, if Jason Fabok did one, I'd be like, dude, that's fucking incredible. I'd love to see that. But it doesn't have to be him. You know what I mean? Just as long as it's good, we'll buy it.
Yeah, give me a Greenland. Who did we talk about? We talked about this before. Give me a Kyle Rayner Spider-Man crossover. Let freaking what is it? Let Marion freaking do it, dude. He could do a great Spider.
Dude, that would be great. Yeah. If you're gonna do like something, like actually give us the Wolverine Lobo. Let Carrie Andrews draw it, or like Carrie Andrews and Bisley do something. That would be insanity. That would be cool. But like, something along those lines, if they're willing to do it, that would be great. So we see all these people like kryptoniting out. You could see like the green lines coming off of them, and I think that's smart too. Like you're not confused as to this. You see the binary code, but you also see the green right here, so he's telling you things in the story that you don't get that you don't really even want to get. Oh my god, look at all of the kryptonite around me. No, you just want to see it. You want the story told with the art. Yeah, he's letting you know exactly what's going on. Yep. So this is cool. We get more swinging around, more saving and stuff like that. And he's like, good Lord, Ock, what have you done this time? I don't get the computer data angle though. Hey, you're not holding up that great, are you? So we see Superman is breaking down. He's starting to break down, but Superman is as Superman does. He pushes through. And he says, the longer I stay in the city, the weaker I get. He's like, you got any X-ray vision left in you? He's like, I think so. And he tries to do the X-ray. And that's when you get, great Scott. I love that, man. Because then you get the fire department is down. So like we get awesome stuff like they're doing street level shit, you know, like, which is great, which is fantastic.
They're doing. You're there to see Spider-Man and Superman do that. These are the things that brought everybody to the table like decades ago when we showed up. This is the stuff that we were so engaged with as kids.
Yeah, and he's sitting there and he's like, "How many?" He's like, 3 inside, no firefighters to help. So I like that. You know, we got Superman flying around Spider-Man. And he's like, you know, you on the other hand look like a sneeze could drop you. You could burn. He's like, I'm going in full stop. However, we get Mummy Superman. Yeah. He's like, come with me. You'll be all right. They're like, oh my God. That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what's so great is like every single time they do something, we get another awesome like pose. Like it's freaking amazing. Like that's so cool, dude. I love that shit.
The work is so good. I love this like this fat L shaped panel where you got shoot out of frame. Like oh, dude, the good panel work. Like so well done.
Yes. So then we get what I thought was one of the coolest things. He realizes it's Brainiac and him busting through Brainiac. But then standing before him, it's a fucking Doc Ock just insanely immersed in kryptonite octopus arms. What?
Yeah, dude, it's like, okay, that's you know, you didn't see that coming up. Like when I was flipping through the book at first, I'm like, did he get a fucking Green Lantern week? Before I read it, I'm like, I'm gonna have to go back and read this. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's like, oh, it's the kryptonite. Oh, dude, that's
cool, man. Yeah, and he has great dialogue here. He says, you know, after we get this awesome, I love how Jimenez shows like the strength of Superman and his face is blacked out. So it's like you're left to see what his expression would be. But then the reveal is that he is literally coursed with kryptonite. Like he's sweating, his veins are all there. And Doc Ock has some great dialogue. He's like, there was no need for you to storm your way in, Superman. I'm happy to have you here. I was anticipating your arrival. It's like, oh Jesus. Good Lord. And we get the interactions that you want to see. We've seen Doc Ock fight Spider-Man a ton of times.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen that. So what would it look like for Brainiac to fight Spider-Man? Because we know that Brainiac basically, as soon as he connects like his hands there into the ship, anything that has electronics or metal or anything, it just comes alive. And we get the acrobatics of Spider-Man that fit perfectly to this character. It fits perfect for him to do all his Spider-Man stuff, all the spider sensing, all the acrobatics, everything like that. It's fantastic.
No, those were such great panels. And having that classic trade-off of villains and heroes, like I'm going to take on your villain and you take on my villain. Like yes. Again, nailing the point of why we show up for this. I mean, it's sad to say, but there's plenty of things that you could say are kind of nostalgia and member berries. The real nostalgia is the way this comic book story is being told, because this is not what you find in most modern comics.
No, it's not.
Was so nostalgic for me. Like this feels like I just walked out of the mid 90s. Let's go.
Yes, and we didn't get a Brainiac that's like, well, I'm here because this specific section of the universe is, I don't still have it yet, so I'm going to do this and blah blah blah. He's basically like, no, he's like, I'm Brainiac, that's all you need to know. He's like, no, I'm cleansing myself of a virus. So it's like he's killing the people because he's cleansing them. So it's perfect. It's like, oh, you're just murdering everybody. No, I'm not. I'm just cleansing myself of a virus. So not only do you get how Brainiac feels that all life is insignificant compared to him, you also get wow, like Spider-Man's thinking like, holy shit, this is the type of villain that Superman deals with. Like this dude's trying to destroy the whole world, not just a section of New York, you know? And it's like, holy shit. So I thought that was really cool.
It's even like top to bottom, great characterization of the villains, great motivations for the villains, and great in the like villain motivations have gotten so fucking asinine and overly complex and overly overwrought and overanalyzed. It's like, no, just like this was perfect. Like he's just a fucking bad guy.
Yeah, he's just a murder machine. That's all he is. Like,
do we need more? No.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. The motivation should be simple. If you want to make something intricate, have the fight and the things around it that he uses to be intricate. But the motivation should just be simple. That's what Spider-Man says. He's like, who are you? He's like, where's? And then he's like, I'm Brainiac. That's all you need to know. He's like, well, that and you're murdering people. That's it. There you go. Boom. It's done. You're good. That's it. That's all we need to know. And Spider-Man tries to stop the gizmo that's killing helpless victims. And then he's like, off it goes. I think not. Boom. Just nails him, dude. He just cracks Spider-Man. Fantastic. And then here we go. We get some awesome stuff here. And I think this is set up perfectly because if Superman were to hit Dr. Octopus, obviously his head would separate from his shoulders. But since he is depowered because of the kryptonite, it's only like his nose is broken and he's hurt pretty bad.
It's only like a 300-pound, 6'8" guy from Kansas in the face.
Not marble Jesus.
Still more than enough to knock. And also, what I like, it's still more than enough. Just on a regular street day, the two of these guys, no powers. It's still more than enough to knock Doc the fuck out. You know, it's like even without powers, he's gonna connect. You didn't think that's the classic thing. Doc's ego gets ahead of him, thinking it all the way through. Of like, even if this guy is depowered, if he connects with my face, I'm gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, and I like how he's using the kryptonite against him, which is what you have to do. Like, just be honest. That's how you have to tell the story. And if you know Superman, that's kind of what you have to do here in this for this fight to work. But what's amazing is you get this great panel up here, but then the next panel is like it's Brainiac saying, I can calculate your every move or your next move every time. So I am your doom. And he just swings and he just destroys this metal pillar. And Spider-Man's flipping out of it, but you get to see the dichotomy between the two, what Superman deals with and what Spider-Man deals with. And it's like, it's incredible, man. Like, it's really, really good. Superman tries to get into Doc Ock's head. He's talking about like, you're not too late to reform. And he's like, I remember an article that Clark Kent wrote, you were brilliant, another Einstein. And it starts, like we said, it plays to Doc Ock's ego, which is how you get to Doc Ock. So it shows that Wade knows the character. Like it wasn't some divine intervention thing that happened that came out. He's like, no, they're actually interacting with each other. So that's pretty sweet.
Wade came in with some of his best, which in a kind of a crossover like this, I didn't know what to expect from Wade. I've got plenty of problems with him. He's kind of a jackass, but and he's not always exactly as great as everybody thinks he's. But when he gets things right,
I was about to say it. When he's on, he's on. Yeah, when he's on, he's on. Like part of his Flash run is so freaking good, and then there's like Stop Time is fucking incredible, and then you get other ones where you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like he is not like Wade is your closer. You don't bring him in for the whole game. You let him and come in and pitch the last couple innings, and he'll take care.
Yes, exactly.
But if you played a whole game, not all the time, not consistent.
This is an interesting comment. He says, "Now I want to see Brainiac and Carnage." That would be interesting. That would be interesting because Carnage is just a very loose cannon, just psychopath. He could definitely use Brainiac. Could definitely use him as an instrument of destruction.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Would be very interesting, I think. So he says, He says spider sense beats math.
Like, I like that one. I was like, okay, that's some classic Peter Parker right there. That's perfect. And yeah, and you do get to see that. You get to see that, like, it isn't that he may be calculating his every move, but his spider sense isn't the math. It's just a reaction to something that it sees before it exists. It's, you know, one of these things where you can say Spider-Man, like, you know, his spider sense is almost like a quantum sense of a possible future kind of thing.
Yes, and it plays off of what Brainiac said, where he can basically calculate every move that he makes, and he's like, no, you can't, because that's what I do. And I love this stupid joke. This is the dumbest joke, but it's so funny. He says, incredible, your reflexes. He's like, well, you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility.
I know, dude. The pun on the use of the term, I was like, yes. I like seeing him lighthearted with it. I like him punning it. Like, that was such a better take on it. Like, and when we get to some things later here, you'll see, you know, kind of why I think this is such a better use of the way they brought this up. But it's like, you brought it up, but you've heard it a million times, and this is such a clever way to use it. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. Nailed it. Yep. So basically, Spider-Man's wondering, he's like, you know, I don't, what are you doing? Like, I'm not asking for trouble, but if you're going to fight, shouldn't you be like punching me or like something? And Brainiac's like, no, like he figured like this guy, I can't get my hands on him. It's like one hit out of every like 20 that I actually get my hands on him. So he's like, no, I'm actually estimating the stress points of the building, and I am calculating the force that's going to bring it down, and you with it. He's like, oh shit.
I just realized, okay, I can't hit him, so I'm just gonna drop a building on him.
Yeah. And then it's like, boom, he gets hit, and he's getting covered in a bunch of rubble. So then we get back to Superman and Doc Ock, and he's like, we can still fix this, Doctor. We can. And he's like powering down. He's like, Spider-Man, can you hear me? You have to deactivate that machine now. He's a little buried right this second. And we see that Superman gets out of it and tries to stop it himself. That is so peak Superman. That is exactly what he would do. He would throw himself in the, like, you know, an old Superman would throw himself in the middle of an asteroid, even if he was pumped full of kryptonite. Like, it wouldn't matter. He's not thinking, like, whether I live through this or not. I just have to stop this. You know?
Yeah, again, you know, peak Superman characterization, peak Peter, like all of it. The characterization is again, another piece of this that is the real nostalgia is how well characterized all of these guys are. It's perfect. It is absolutely like put this into a regular series. I'm picking up every issue. I'm here to read this. If Mark Waid did a 12-issue maxi series on this, I'd be there for all of it. Like, if they get, like, if he could keep this up, if he could actually do this, I'd read this every month. Oh, you froze. Yeah, I see that you're frozen. Is the stream frozen? What happened? See if no. I think he's going to leave, folks, and he's going to come back in. So we'll give him a minute. We'll bring it. He's the one who has the thing. Oh, it looks like we're still live. Well, we're still live, so that's fine. We'll give Lapsed a minute to get back in here. But yeah, it's to me the book. So I guess where we're at in the book so far, but you'll see we're kind of getting to at least to the end of the main story. The real nostalgia I felt like for me in this book so far has been just how well constructed the characterization has been, the world has been put together, the villains, and the you know, the tone, the pacing of the. He doesn't know what happened. All right, let me tell him we're still live. Oh no, it's still live. I think. Hopefully, he can get back in. I don't know if it made me main presenter or not, but we'll find out in a minute. But yeah, it's the pacing, the action, the things that I used to read comic books for, the exciting action, to see what the villains are going to do, to see the way the story's going to come together. There he is. Did he make it back?
So something happened. I don't know, like if my internet froze or something. I have no idea. I'm coming back.
All right. I mean, you can jump on your hotspot, maybe, yeah, your internet.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just was like, it just stopped.
Yeah,
but
for
like
a second.
My computer was still working, so I have no clue.
I'm guessing you had an internet disconnect, or hopefully it's, hopefully there wasn't another solar flare. I think I heard there was a solar flare the other day, which might have been what set my router off on its seizure.
Let me
I was able to fix it.
Let me jump on here. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hope so. Here I come. All right, I'll be right there.
All right. All right, so he should be back in a second there, but yeah, so yeah, it was. I absolutely mean it, dude. I'd say Mark Waid, if you can bring that level of storytelling, like I want to see more of it. I want to read more of his Superman and Spider-Man together. I want to see Green Goblin and Lex Luthor via Mark Waid, via this. Give me that, dude. That would be cool. Give me another one. Superman, Spider-Man 2 with Green Goblin and Lex Luthor as the villains, like all day.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully this doesn't freeze up again, but we'll have to get it moving a little bit quicker, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually share this again.
We'll
get here. I have to get this back up.
I don't know.
It was just the extra. What's it? The secondary camera or whatever.
No, I just restarted. Like it just. I got on my phone and then I was like, I don't know. This doesn't. I don't know what happened. It just like I was moving. I could see everything, but it was just like I think the internet or something happened because I couldn't.
Internet
like,
had to hit.
Yeah, like on the screen, I was still, but I could still move everything, and it wasn't recognizing anything.
Or maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
there's something with the camera, but I don't know.
It could be. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right. So yeah. So Spider-Man runs out of fluid, which is hilarious because that's exactly what would happen right then and there.
Oh yeah.
Says, oh God, what a time to run out of web fluid. And guess what? It was Spider-Man with web fluid. It wasn't Spider-Man that makes his own fluid inside of him because they had to make it because of the Tobey Maguire movie.
Yeah. Like maybe it was one of the things that I thought that I did like better about the Andrew Garfield ones. Like, thank God, just normal ass web shooters. Thank you.
Yeah. So this was great right here. Like Superman's trying to stop it. And he's like, come on, Spidey, this isn't your first time you've been buried under rubble. And Superman is like, I believe in you. Please make it happen. Please.
Yeah, right.
And all this stuff is going down. Like, this is just incredible. And he picks it up. And that dude, that is just.
That was another great panel. It looks good. You got like the seeing Spider-Man like overcome like great. And as you see Superman doing the same thing, the constant dichotomy of these two guys overcoming the things in their way. Superman rushing out the ship to shove it away, Spider-Man just shoving this insane amount of like building rubble on top of him, and it's like yeah, dude, it's so good.
Yep. And then boom, there we go. So we did it, partner. No boom, no boom. He passes out. It's great, man. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we get this really cool ending, and they show the pictures. He's like, they kind of wrap it up with the characters of Clark Kent and Peter Parker. And he says, I love this because Perry is so different. then J. Jonah Jameson, he's like, oh, nice work, kid. You're good. This is front page stuff. And he's like, thanks, Mr. White. He gets a check and he's like, so many zeros.
I know. That was so good. No, yeah, that was a lot of fun there. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an interesting conversation here. And because when he says so many zeros, Superman's like, you know, and he's like, what? You know, what's eating at you? He's like, Pete, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but he says, you spent years selling Spider-Man pictures to J. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man threat or menace Jameson, you know. And he's like, knowing full well that they were being used to promote hateful news about you that wasn't true. Why? He's like, 2 points. He's like, first, the only person it hurt was me. That's also the truth. Says, second, you're missing the punchline. All that time, Jameson had no idea he was paying for Spider-Man to go to college.
Exactly.
It's like, touche. We get this awesome right here. This is fantastic. And this is exactly what it should be. Like exactly what it should be. They had a big adventure and they go out with a nice, you know, conversation. Says all that said, it must be nice to operate in a city that loves you. He's like, that feeling is mutual. That helps. He's like, you need a lift home? It's like, so polite. No wonder my aunt has a crush on you. He's like, don't tell Lois. And I love that Superman flies and then he uses Superman to swing off of his foot.
I know, right?
That's great. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yep. And I love that he's like, slow down. How about playing tour guide first? He's like, that's the Superman. It's like the least I could do. He's like, how about we start at the Superman Museum? Like, because it's like the city loves him so much, and then you got Spider-Man who's been trying so hard for so long, and like most people like him, but not like they love Superman. And then boom, get that. And I thought that was great.
Yes,
that was fantastic. Yeah.
No, dude, that was probably one of the better, if not best, Spider-Man stories and Superman stories, even if just separated, that I've read in a very long time. Yeah,
not counting the Hickman Ultimate Spider-Man, because that was just different. That was different. And there's a few that right now, like regular Superman, but that was like, that's been following continuity. This was just a good story. You could just sit down and read it. You don't have to know anything else. You just know Spider-Man and Superman are doing stuff.
Yeah, they just come in and knock a great story out of the park. And again, like that was one of the things that was great about those one-shot crossovers is like you just come in and you read it. It's that thing that comic companies are always trying to, people with continuity always complain about. It's like, no, you don't. Do you know who Superman is and Spider-Man are? Boom, done. Just show up and read it. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
You know, and it's again a great way. Things like this, great way to bring in new readers very easily.
Great way to bring in new readers. Fantastic way.
It's what you need more of, and like, make more of these things. Bring people in, get them interested. But you've got to have the art and you've got to have the story that is this good.
Yes. That's. You're right. You're right. And you got to start letting these creators write the stories that they want to write. That's the main thing.
So like at the end of this one here, I will say that like I think that happened here.
Oh, I believe so. I totally believe so.
I was telling you, I said this too. I'm like, I don't know, and there's some other things that kind of go on in, you know, the extra ancillary stuff that's in the book here a bit. I don't know. You don't think Marvel cares? Me, I don't think Marvel's editorial at all likes the way this portrayal of Spider-Man is, because
I don't believe they do. I don't believe I believe you're right. Yes.
You've got to be honest about the fact that they just got showed up by DC on how to tell a Spider-Man story.
Yeah, when I say Marvel doesn't care, what I mean is it seems like they don't give a shit about making their books good again. Like they don't give a shit, because you have a book, The Amazing Spider-Man, right? Which started actually getting pretty good. Like Joe Kelly's doing an okay job right now. the first so many issues were just not good, and I was like, ugh, like come on, man, like what are you doing? You know,
yeah.
Like the first time Amazing Spider-Man is falling out of the top 5, and like it's like, how does that happen? That should not happen. That should not happen.
It's
and
like,
I just think they don't want it to be there. They want one of their 9,000 X books that suck right now to be, you know, the fact that they had a Spider-Man Wolverine book that was fucking amazing, right? It was great, and they didn't push it at all. They did not push it. They had Mark Guggenheim and Carrie Andrews doing a book together, and they were just like, whatever. We don't care. We don't give a shit. And it was great. It was, dude, it was awesome. It was a freaking awesome book. The art in it is so good, and they're just like, yeah, we didn't care about it. You know, we don't give a shit. And that's my problem with that. That's my problem with that.
Yeah, well, their editorial cares about their pet projects, and their pet projects are the shit that they use all of the money that's made by the books that actually sell on. So you can put out crap that nobody gives a shit about.
Like, when you look at this book, man, like this book, Spider-Man and Wolverine, the art in this book is so goddamn good, dude. Like, literally the first thing that they did. Wait, I think it's number 2 actually. Let's see here. There's a they do this whole thing where Spider-Man and Wolverine are fighting because they did the whole Winter Soldier type story where they revealed like Peter's parents were in the plane crash. They were killed, but it was actually Wolverine that was in the plane, right? This is before like Weapon X and all this stuff. So when they're fighting, right? Like, wait till you see how good this looks, dude. Like, look at this freaking splash page.
Oh, wow. Now that is good.
It's incredible, dude. Like, it's like so 90s. And there's a scene where like Spider-Man starts like letting loose, right? And he's trying to stop him. Wolverine's trying to stop him, right? And he just keeps thinking of Wolverine killing his parents, right? And he freaking punches him in the face, okay? Wait till you see this. So Spider-Man punches him in the face right here, okay? And then the next thing you see is Wolverine's jaw is just hanging off of it, like just all over the place. And then Wolverine's feral instincts kick in, and he's just going insane. And then they get the last, like, these splash pages are incredible, dude. Like, some of the coolest Spider-Man art that I've seen in a while. And then the last page, they're just beating the shit out of each other.
Usually seeing out of Marvel.
And then the last page you see is incredible. It's Wolverine just sticking Peter through the gut with his claws. Like, the book is fantastic, and like nobody knew about it. No, I didn't even know about it until when I went into the comic book store. This dude, when I picked up my stuff, he was like, "Have you read Spider-Man and Wolverine?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Carrie Andrews is drawing it." And I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No shit." I was like, "How many do you have?" He's like, "Oh, they're on issue 4 right now." And I was like, "What?" So then I picked it up and I started reading it, and I was like, "This is fantastic." They had like in the beginning story, they were getting taken over, and Mysterio was messing with their minds, and Spider-Man was playing out like Days of Future Past and like coming out of the grave and all this stuff, and Wolverine was playing out Kraven's Last Hunt. So it was like they were messing with the it was cool, dude. It was neat.
Cool. Yeah.
It's a cool little book. It's a fun, you know, like, here's these two guys, how do we make them, you know, fight each other and do stuff? And it's cool. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so it's like you got books like that you can do, but then they just don't care. That's what I mean. They don't care. Like, you saw the art. The art's fantastic. The story's great, but they don't give a shit. They don't care.
Yeah. They care about they care about the idea that the MCU is going to bring back the X-Men. So they're, I don't know, trying to reestablish things, but nobody cares about the X-Men. They might, Wolverine might get some attention if they did something interesting there, but nobody cares about the X-Men anymore. They spent 20 years running it into the fucking ground. I don't know they could say it's dead, but
no, the X-Men 97 I liked that.
Yeah, well, that was cool. the outlier of it.
That it was the outlier. Yes.
Second season of it though, that was already supposed to have been done. Like you already, Bo DeMeo had already wrote it.
That whole thing,
But I think Disney's quietly killed it. I don't think we ever see it.
Well, you never know. You never know.
They were so pissed at him because he
just told everybody what was going on.
Yeah, it's like, hey, all that shit you thought was going on, yeah, that is going on, and it's worse than you think.
Yeah, and it came from him where they couldn't genderize it. They couldn't do. They couldn't. He just was like, nope, this is what's happening. Yeah,
like no, sorry guys, it's no, and he just wanted to make a good thing, which we get to find out that is actually what they don't want to be doing.
Yep. Sorry. Give me 1 second here. The fuck? All right. Sorry. But yeah, so we might have to split this into 2 parts and do the Spider-Man Superman one next. Because it is getting late here. I have to go to bed.
It's all right, dude. I understand.
Yeah, let's talk about some of this stuff it was in the back. So we get a whole bunch of stuff here, which right after this page, they were like, boom, here you go. We get a whole bunch of stuff, and they give you the creators who's on there. And there's some really good ones. Like they got Lois Lane and Mary Jane with Tom King writing, Jim Lee drawing, Scott Williams inking, Alex Sinclair coloring. And then we get Superboy Prime and the Amazing Spider-Man. We get Christopher Priest and Daniel Sampere. Like Sampere's art is always great, always good. We get Superboy and Spider-Man 2099, which is cool, and it's like Sean Murphy, writer and artist. We get Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and Carnage.
Oh yeah, dude, that one's special. Yeah.
And then you get Jonathan Kent and Ben Parker, which it's like, you don't think like you want that, but you want that, and that's a Jeff Lemire one. And then you get the Daily Planet and Daily Bugle, which is a Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott. And then, what's that? What happened?
There we go. My audio was being weird. I had to reset it.
Okay. And then you get Power Girl and Punisher, which is...
I did not... I'll be straightforward, especially with Gail Simone. It's weird. It is weird. I didn't expect to enjoy that half as much as I did. And it's Gail Simone, which...
There were no fridges involved, so...
There were no fridges. Well,
dude, maybe she didn't have any PTSD.
She had a great run on Deadpool. And but then you go and you look and see what she's doing on X-Men right now, and you gotta act like... Again, I'll go back to this as I always go back to this. The disconnect is editorial, and this is something I think we see when we talk about the next part of this, and we'll get into it. So, kind of a preview, but
yes,
I think DC editorial stood back and let all of these artists tell the story they wanted to tell.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
I think that's what we saw here. And look at the names. You got Matt Fraction doing Jimmy Olsen and Carnage for like a couple of pages, and it's just still like
yeah.
And then Greg Rucka doing Planet and Bugle. I'm like, dude, Jeff Lemire, freaking the Jonathan Kent Ben Parker thing again. Like, I didn't expect it. I was like you can go down the board. Like the Lois Lane and Mary Jane was surprisingly, I didn't think, but
no, you didn't think it would be like,
it was good.
You're like, oh, is it going to be just gossipy stuff? But you got Tom King, who's very hit or miss, he's another one. When he hits, it's great. But you got Jim Lee, Jim Lee. What's funny? It probably took Jim Lee that whole amount of time, and that's why Hush 2 hasn't ended yet.
Yeah.
Can you believe that's still going on? And they almost have 12.
It's not going on, actually, but yes, I can believe that it's
okay. Yes, it's not going on, but can you believe it's not finished? They have one issue to finish, and it's like, can we just put it out, please? And they're talking about it's supposed to be a second part, another 6 issues. And
That's
I'm like,
happen.
That's never gonna happen.
Jim Lee won't have a job by then.
Jim Lee's gonna have like that job where it's like he's like he's like a figurehead in name only.
I mean, I think maybe that's kind of what he is, but like either way, dude, like I'm looking for, I'm crossing my fingers. Paramount says, "Hey Jim, it's time to retire, buddy."
Well, you remember whenever we talked about this like a while back, like remember I told you he had always wanted to be like president of DC. He always wanted, that's what he wanted to do. Like, I think it's like he drew so much for so long with Marvel and they just worked him to the bone. And when he came over, he was like, I'm only going to do books I want to do. And DC was like, we got Jim Lee. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Look at the name we have. I mean, his name means nothing to younger readers today because they've never seen him do anything. But like, to us, it still mattered. It would have sold books to us, but here we are, what, 20 years in now or so, and
it's 10 years, well, actually longer than that. It's like 90 something.
Yeah, and nobody, nobody cares anymore, Jim. Just go retire, play with your grandkids, and
right.
Yeah, I hope that there is some I mean, I don't want to see the things change too much. I'm just hoping somebody pays attention to what is actually working at DC and shakes loose the things that aren't.
Push those books that are working. Like right now, like I said, I know like Jeremy Adams, I really, really like. I've never been so invested into Aquaman than I am right now. And it's like, please push the book.
Yeah, exactly.
Please it's really good right now. And the art is fucking incredible. So please push the book and please give Kyle Rayner some shine. Like he spent how many years fixing the mythos of the Green Lantern? Please let him, as the young kids would say, let him cook. Let him do what he needs to do. Because you obviously got someone with talent there. You know what I mean? Like you got someone with talent there. Let him.
You've got Adams and freaking Ken Marion are fantastic. You're glitching again there just for a second.
No shit. Well, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Let's end this then. Yeah. So we'll go over these books whenever the next time we do it. We'll go over the whole bunch of these and then we'll do Spider-Man and Superman next.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely gotta talk about that one. There's almost as much to say, but not exactly the same things to say.
Right. So maybe we could do it next Saturday or something like that, or the next time you're available.
Next Saturday.
And then after that, we'll go to your channel and we'll do Kyle Rayner.
Yes.
We'll finish up that, and then after that, we should do Nightfall, since you got those.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went through the first one, so we could already go through the first piece of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the rest of it here now.
Yeah, we should work our way from Nightfall to No Man's Land.
Ooh, that would be good. Yeah,
all
the way through No Man's Land. That's a
multi 20-part.
Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna be a while. That's worthwhile though. Dude. There's so much.
That is worthwhile. There's and the novelization, the Greg Rucka novelization is fantastic as well.
Wherever it is, it's still up there. I have that, dude. I would have such a stack of shit to take if I found Greg Rucka.
And the graphic audio is fucking incredible. It's based off of the Greg Rucka thing. Like, that's amazing.
I was listening to that on my computer, and actually, thank you for reminding me, because I was thinking this to myself like last week. I need to pull some of the audio, because you sent me more than one. I know you sent me that one. I thought you sent another one as well. I needed to pull those because I needed to. I finished my backlog of books that I had in Audible, even the Sherlock Holmes, like fucking 100 hours of it. And I'm like, that's right. I had those novelizations, the Greg Rucka one, the voice work, and the other one. I need to pull those. Put them on my phone so I can start listening to them when I drive.
I actually did do this before I could put it up to Synology, but these are both 64 gigs. I put all the books on here, on these.
Oh, there we go.
So I can start. I can either just send them to you or put it on Synology. So I'll just upload it.
Yeah, just upload them there.
Yep. But I did do that. I did put all the Marvel and DC audio, the graphic audio books, which are amazing. If you guys can get your hands on those, like they're so good. There's like Secret Wars, and the DC ones, they have a lot of really good ones because they got Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis. They got 52. They got Countdown to Final Crisis.
Wow.
Like they have the whole thing, and they have like Batman, the Stone King. They have one of the best Green Lantern freaking audiobooks. What they did is they did 3 separate stories, right, of the 3 different Green Lanterns. And I'm not going to ruin it, but I will say the last one, the 4th one, when it ties it all together, you're going to be like, that was fucking genius. When I listened to it and I realized what I was listening to, I was like, no way. Like they set this up right from literally the beginning. I was like, that's awesome. So
that definitely sounds awesome.
But yeah, man, we'll definitely do some more here. We'll try to have some sort of schedule.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting. I'm trying to get to some kind of schedule. I'm trying to figure out when game streams will be. I picked up Pragmata, the thing that everybody's talking about.
I beat that.
Oh, you already beat it? So it's not too long. Good. I probably play through.
I bought it on the first day. Yeah, it took me about 20 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Then that's something I could actually probably sink my teeth into for a first playthrough. I'm playing that. I played Mouse PI for Hire last week. That was a lot of fun. That game was pretty cool.
I've seen that, and I've heard people talk about it. So that was fun, though. Like that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It's got that like Cuphead OG art style with black and white. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the characterization's fun. The shooting, the FPS kind of shooting is fun. Like it's pretty cool. Like it's it was fun. And the story is interesting. It plays like this old cartoons. Yeah, I've had fun with it. For only the 2 hours that I've been able to put into it, but I'm probably gonna jump back and forth between those two. If Pragmata is only 20 hours, that's not gonna be hard for me to get through.
It's a good game, dude. It's a lot of fun. The story is heart-wrenching.
Fantastic. Yeah, and that's what I'd heard. Like the story is so good, the graphics look cool. So I'm like,
oh, dude, the graphics are incredible. Graphics are incredible.
Yeah. I don't have enough GPU to make it probably look as good as it should, but I'm here for it.
But it still will look good. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. I don't even play it on my computer. I just played it on the PS5 because it's third person. So I like to use a controller with third person.
Yeah, I have my dedicated PC Xbox controller, so I'm ready to go.
So that's why if it's first person, I'll play keyboard and mouse because I'm so used to it. But if it's third person, I like using a controller. It just feels more natural. But all right, man, this was awesome. This was awesome. I'm glad we got to do this, and we'll do more of this. We'll definitely try to keep to a schedule somewhat, as much as we can, as much as you can.
Yeah. So, well, as much as 2 grown men who have, life to deal with can do.
Yes. But we'll cover the side stories in the first one, and then in the second one, I shouldn't have any problems next. That's the first time that's ever happened, so I have no idea what happened. So technology, people.
Yeah, so that's what it does.
All right, man.
It's AI, I blame it.
Yeah, it's AI's fault.
It is.
Yeah. But all right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching.